Welcome back, wrestling WWE fans, to another heart-wrenching chapter in the world of professional wrestling, where the lines between performance and personal tragedy blur into something utterly devastating. Picture this: the lights of Paris shimmering over the arena, the crowd roaring in anticipation for WWE Clash, but what started as a night of glory quickly spiraled into an unimaginable nightmare that left the wrestling world reeling. Jey USO, the man known for his unbreakable spirit and infectious energy, was seen backstage in floods of tears, his face contorted in raw, unfiltered agony as news broke about his cousin, Roman Reigns. Please like, share and subscribe for more WWE content. Alright, we're halfway through, and things are about to take a serious turn. If you thought you knew where this was going, think again. This is where the real drama unfolds. Stay tuned, because the best is yet to come. Roman, the tribal chief, the indomitable force who had conquered leukemia and risen to the pinnacle of WWE, was now fighting for his life in a French hospital, his body betraying him once more in the cruelest twist of fate. It all began with the main event, where Roman defended his title against a fierce rival, the match pushing both men to their physical limits under the Eiffel Tower's shadow, but something felt off from the start. Whispers circulated ringside that Roman had been hiding fatigue, pushing through pain that no one fully understood, his family pleading with him to slow down, but his pride as the head of the table wouldn't allow it. Then, in a moment that froze time, Roman collapsed mid-ring after a brutal spear, clutching his chest, his eyes wide with shock as the referee signaled for medical help, the arena falling into a stunned silence. Paramedics rushed in, the crowd's cheers turning to gasps of horror, as Jey USO burst from the locker room, shoving past security, his voice cracking as he screamed Roman's name, tears already streaming down his face. Backstage, chaos erupted. Paul Heyman, Roman's wise man, paced frantically, barking orders into his phone, his usual composure shattered by the fear of losing the man he revered like a son. Jey's twin, Jimmy, joined him, the brothers clinging to each other, their family bond tested yet again, memories of past betrayals flooding back, the bloodlines fractures that had once torn them apart now paling in comparison to this life-or-death crisis. Rumors of a health scandal began to swirl. Had WWE known about Roman's deteriorating condition? Insiders claimed doctors had warned him weeks earlier, but the pressure of the European tour and the weight of his legacy kept him in the ring. Betrayal hit hardest from within. Solo Sikoa, the enforcer who had once pledged loyalty, was overheard in heated arguments, his ambition clashing with family duty, leaving Jey questioning if envy had played a role in ignoring Roman's warnings. Grief enveloped the entire roster. Superstars like Cody, Rhodes and Seth Rollins, former foes turned respectful peers, gathered in hushed circles, sharing stories of Roman's quiet strength, their rivalries forgotten in the face of human fragility. The flight to Paris had been filled with laughter, the Anoa family joking about their dynasty, but now, in the sterile hospital waiting room, Jey sat alone, head in hands, replaying every moment of their shared childhood dreams turning into this nightmare. Health crises like this aren't new to wrestling, but Roman's battle felt personal to everyone. His public fight against leukemia years ago had inspired millions, making this relapse, or whatever it was, feel like a collective punch to the gut. Scandal brewed online as fans dissected footage, accusing WWE of negligence, while leaked backstage footage showed Triple H consoling a distraught Stephanie McMahon, the power couple grappling with the reality of their industry's toll. Death loomed as a shadow. Doctors' grave faces hinted at complications, evoking memories of fallen legends like Eddie Guerrero, whose sudden passing had scarred the community, and now, Roman teetered on that edge. Family breakdowns unfolded in real time. Naomi, Jey's wife, flew in overnight, her embrace the only thing keeping him from collapsing, as they whispered about the what-ifs, the vacations never taken, the apologies left unsaid. Real backstage dynamics revealed themselves. Veterans like The Undertaker reached out via text, offering wisdom on mortality, while younger stars like LA Knight hovered awkwardly, unsure how to navigate the raw emotion permeating the locker room. Jey's tears weren't just for Roman, they were for the empire they'd built, the bloodline that had weathered betrayals from Sami Zayn and others, only to face this ultimate test of loyalty beyond the scripted drama. In the dim hospital lights, Roman stirred briefly, his hand gripping Jey's, murmuring words of regret for the times he'd pushed his family away in pursuit of greatness, a moment so intimate it humanized the larger-than-life icon. The nightmare of WWE Clash in Paris became a turning point, exposing the vulnerabilities behind the bravado, where superstars aren't invincible gods but men with hearts that break and bodies that fail. As days blurred into anxious vigils, Jey found solace in fan messages pouring in, reminders that Roman's legacy extended far beyond titles, touching lives in ways that no betrayal or scandal could erase. Yet, the grief lingered, a heavy fog over the wrestling world, forcing everyone to confront the fragile line between entertainment and the very real specter of loss. In the end, as Roman fights on, we reflect on the unbreakable threads of love that bind us, the losses that shape us, the loyalty that endures through betrayal, and the legacy that lives forever in the hearts of those who dare to dream in the squared circle.